So everybody wants to know what is going on in the market. Now, I think I've said it probably a million times, okay? One, nobody can really tell you what's going on in the market, okay? A lot of these YouTubers and so-called gurus, okay, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, okay? And that's another thing too, is I'm going to try to tone it down on the profanity because I had a video that, like, I do not know why it got removed, but there was like one cuss word in it, but the rest of it was like completely normal. I have no idea why it got pulled from TikTok. But anyways, everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. But this is what I've noticed that's a lot different about this year. Okay. There is a lot of new retail money coming into the market. Okay. Which is great. That's what you want. You want new people. You want new money. You want new investors to come in, okay, to the market to bring more money in, obviously. But I don't think a lot of these people are built for crypto. Maybe you guys should start off in the stock market first, get a broker, spend some of your, pocket change on the side in the market and see what happens with it. But a lot of you guys are flat out crybabies. I mean, even in a situation that doesn't even deserve for anybody to be complaining about. Okay, I mean, you're talking the market dropped, not even, it didn't even, it corrected. Okay, it's like, the market goes down 10%, everybody freaks out. Like, what are you guys going to do when it drops 30%? Okay, what about the people out there that are losing real money? Okay, you guys are either gambling with money you can't gamble with, or you're sitting here crying over losing your pocket change. Okay, here's a huge problem that's going on in crypto and investing in general. First and foremost, I want this to be known, all the way understood. Okay, I do this shit right here for fun. I sure as shit don't do it for the money, and don't ever plan on doing it for the money. That's why I record in my studio when I feel like it. Okay, because I don't do this shit for the money. I do this generally to help people out. Okay, just so people understand a little background about who I am. Okay, I don't think I told enough of you guys who I am, because if you guys want, go research who you're talking to. Okay, I made my first $1 million at 30 years old. Okay, I pretty much retired, can do whatever I want at 34 years old. Okay, I'm now 39. I've been running this podcast for going on I built the studio in 2021. Okay, so I've been doing it for a good 3 to 4 years. Okay, just brought it onto TikTok not that long ago. I never was that big about, really even promoting this show, because I don't care. Okay, I don't need the money. Once you guys understand that, these people that are on YouTube, a lot of them, okay, the gurus, the people that you see, they need the money and they want to influence you in any certain type of way. Okay, if I tell you don't buy something, go ahead and buy it. Don't listen to me. Okay, nothing I say is financial advice. If people don't want to listen to me, don't listen to me. But here's the problem that's going on in crypto, and it's getting very bad. Okay, you have a bunch of, for lack of a better words, what Andrew Tate would call brokies. You have brokies out here, okay, that are muffling everybody else out. Okay, so all these broke ass clock punchers are standing in front screaming, oh, the market's tanking, oh, it's all gonna be blah blah blah, there's no bull market coming this year, while the real crypto millionaires, the people with real money in the back, can't be heard. Not only can they not be heard, they're just going, I'm not even gonna waste my time. So remember that the people with real money, they're not going to waste their time explaining shit to a bunch of morons. It just is what it is. Okay, like another example I'll give you. I was on Facebook today. Okay, I'll check on Facebook. I don't even really post on there as much anymore. I've kind of went away from Facebook because it doesn't really, to me, seem like anybody's on there anymore. But that's besides the point. So I go on there, and somebody in a crypto group, because I put on there about, what's going on with XRP. Now, again, not financial advice. You guys can do whatever you want to do. Okay, I sold XRP back at like 360. Okay, I got rid of that. Once I really, really looked into the ledgers and really, really looked into XRP and was like, you know what, I'll give it a chance. But then when I was, selling portions of it and then seeing that the top was selling bad, I was like, nah, I'm good on that coin. So you guys can be all XRP fiends, but here's another thing you have to ask yourself, okay? Do you really think the people in control want little old you to get rich? You think they want you buying memberships to their country clubs? You think they want to be rubbing elbows with you? No, they don't, okay? The people at the top, whether you want to believe it or not, are magicians, okay? They're very good at what they do, okay? They'll have you paying attention right here while the trick's happening over here, okay? So if there's a coin out there that's going to make everybody stupid rich, you will not know about it. I promise you, okay? I could tell you multiple coins that I think if you put your money in, sit, wait, leave it alone, you'll do very well with it. But it's to the point, I'm just going to be a discussion forum for crypto. I'm not giving out no advice. You guys go do what you want to do, okay? So all I talk about anyways is mainly Ethereum now. I'm all over Ethereum. Ethereum drops, I'll buy it because it's a legit coin. We all know that. It's ran by a good company full of people that I believe have a good roadmap set out. Okay, so there's indicators to go off of, but that's the type of indicators I will continue to go based off of, and that's where I'm going to put my money. But that's all I can say is what blows my mind, okay? Because I've seen it in real life sometimes, okay? I've literally seen people, okay, that know, okay, like Ben Stiller, or no, not Ben Stiller, Ben Affleck said it in Boiler Room, okay, and I'm able to say it. I'm a fucking millionaire. I'm a fucking millionaire. It's crazy to say that, but I'm a fucking millionaire. Okay? It's a funny thing to say, but it is. I'm not even 40 years old, and I've been a millionaire since I was fucking 30. Okay? Go look into me. Go look what my businesses are worth. Okay? If you want to really go and look into that crypto guy, you can very fucking easily find out what I'm worth. Okay? Very fucking easily. Okay? Again, gonna try to keep the profanity down. But no, I'm getting upset because I'm watching something that I've enjoyed for a long time, get abused and wrecked, and it's ridiculous. Like, what's going on in the market, it doesn't even signify a bear market. It's not even a crash. If anything, it's a buying opportunity. It's a simple correction. You guys ran up it ran up 80 something % over the year. And then you guys dropped 10% and you're crying. Like, what is the matter with you people? Like, you guys need to stick to your 9-to-5 jobs, stick to your 401ks, stick to putting money into whatever you put it in, and take your little minimal risks, okay? Crypto is way too volatile for you people, okay? Because the shit you guys are doing is going around and freaking everybody out when really you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't. You have no clue what you're talking about, okay? So we should make a rule, and people should start having to prove this. I'm serious. If you haven't even made 6 figures in any market and can prove it, okay, go sit down somewhere. Shut up and go sit down somewhere, okay? Because you're not helping your bag. You're not helping, anybody else's bag. That's what I don't understand is you're hurting yourself and you don't even know it. Unless you're just, here to FUD and you want to watch everybody get wrecked. I mean, that's the only other option. But like I said, that's what needs to stop, okay? That's what we used to do back in the day. Somebody would say, oh, hey, I'm going to teach you about yada, yada, yada. Okay, what's your credentials? What's your resume? Okay, we don't do that anymore. Why do people not do that? Okay, they listen to any idiot that's running around on the internet saying something without checking their credentials not only in crypto, in business, or in anything in general at all, okay? I mean, some of these people, if you go look into them, they're actually failed business owners. Like, they couldn't even run a simple business, let alone they're going around and going to tell you what's going to happen in one of the most volatile markets around, like crypto, okay? I would consider myself an expert, or else I wouldn't have a podcast. Not even I'm going to tell you what's going to go up, down, all around, but I can just give you ideas of what I think. Okay, I'm not going to say, oh, I know for sure. Like I'll joke around and be like, oh yeah, August 8th, it's weird because of all this, Illuminati stuff, something's going to happen. That's really just me screwing around, okay? But hey, something might. That's why I say that. It's technically all a discussion when it comes down to it. I'm not telling anybody to buy or sell or do anything. I'm just trying to help people make money and not lose money, okay? But I can't effectively do that if there's a bunch of amateurs running around telling everybody what to do. Okay, go in the stock market. Like I said, go somewhere where it's less volatile, because you guys, man, I swear, when it goes up, you guys will party. But when it even slightly goes down, you guys freak out like really, really bad. And at this point, it's like annoying. It really is, because some of those groups I go in to hear kind of the chatter, what everybody's thinking about certain stuff. But some of you guys, man, are really, really out there somewhere. And people, like I said, got very upset when I said, because I was bullish on XRP, and I was. But they're like, oh, now he's saying, dude, if it crashes and goes below $1, I'll buy. Okay, then I'll buy, because then I'll be like, you know what, they're probably doing something to you guys or whatever. But that might be what's happening. That probably is. Maybe they're going to shake you guys out. But if you guys can't take a 10% drop, man, the bloodbath on XRP is going to be crazy, crazy to watch when they really shake that tree. Because I don't even think they're shaking the tree at this point. It's just a correction mixed with a bunch of panic selling. So that's really what I see it at. I mean, but again, like I said, nothing you hear on here is financial advice. You guys are free to do what you want to do. But if somebody, okay, that I could prove is a successful millionaire, okay, just one of my companies, okay, I have the choice to sell for millions right now, and I'm not doing it because it's passive income, okay? I wake up every morning and go, do I want to have some coffee or do I want to go back to sleep, okay? I operate, like John Goodman said in the movie The Gambler, from a level of you, okay? That's what I operate from, okay? Most everybody out there does not operate from that level. If they disappear for a week, they're fired, they're losing their job, they're losing their house, they're losing everything. But these are people you're taking advice from. If I could disappear for 2 weeks, call no one, go lay on a beach for 2 weeks, guess what happens? Not only will I be making money while I'm gone, vanished, but I'll come back and nothing's changed at all whatsoever. Okay? Those are the people you want to be taking advice from. The people that can prove they're operating from a level of you. That's the people you want to deal with. Okay? But like I said, you guys are free to do what you want. Do what you want. But that's why I'm only going to, in these types of situations when everybody's crying about the market, I'm going to kind of just sit back and let people do their crying. Okay? Because there's not much you can say. It's like trying to rationalize with an irrational person. It'll never work for you. As much as you try, it won't work. Okay, so I'm grown enough to know that. But we do have some awesome news coming up, though. We'll be promoting a lot for it. Not only is my new blockchain getting dropped, but we have the one and only Crypto Wendy, aka Wendy O, will be on the show. We will be interviewing her via Zoom on the screen behind me on September 8th. I'll be releasing it around the evening time of September 8th after I do all the editing and stuff. But yeah, we will be interviewing her September 8th on the show. So, yep, this has been your daily dose of the daily DeFi world news. I'm that crypto guy. I'll catch y'all later.